Welcome to Beyond the Workout with your host, Eric Dunstan. Hello, everyone. This is Coach E. I just want you to know that anything you hear on Beyond the Workout podcast is just information only. It is not a diagnosis for your issues. So anything you hear for well being, nutrition, fitness, exercise, any of those things, just take it that way as information. If you need help for a specific situation, please seek a professional. See your doctor, see a professional personal trainer, and they will diagnose your issues and they will take care of you. All right, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another show of Beyond the Workout. It is me, Coach E, Eric Dunstan, and I hope you've been enjoying my podcast shows. And this one is particularly special to me because I've been kind of thinking about some of the shows that I've been doing, some of the encouragement that I've been trying to give. And I decided to do some research. And I said, I'm going to look for trying to find what it is that could be how would you say, the elephant in the room, the hindrance for my people, those of you over 50, particularly between 50 and 75 years old. And I just wanted to come on here for just a few minutes and encourage you to think about, embracing this life. We're going to dive into the challenges of understanding and overcoming the barriers to fitness for you men and women out there over 50. And there are barriers, like you might have a lack of interest. You might have physical limitations or these common misconceptions about exercise and going through this stage of life. And I just want to break those down, those walls down, and create this bridge to a healthier and more active lifestyle and future for you. So let's get into the first one I have here, and that's breaking down the barriers. One of the biggest barriers we face as we age is the mindset that it's too late to start or improve our fitness journey. And there's this myth that after a certain age, you think exercise could do more harm than good because you think about injury. I'm gonna exercise, I'm gonna walk, I'm gonna run, I'm gonna lift weights, but I'm gonna hurt myself. No, 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 no. I'm here to tell you that couldn't be further from the truth. Exercise at any age is definitely good for you. It's about doing just enough at the right amount. I guess you say just enough and the right amount is the same, but doing the right things in the right way that will prevent you from hurting yourself. If that makes sense. You're not trying to hit some personal best. I'll give you a story when I think about trying to hit your personal best. I was in the gym one day and I was looking at this older guy and he was really up there in age. I mean, not like 80s or anything. He might have been in his mid 50s. He was a big guy and he had 405 pounds around across his back for squats. And I wasn't as old as him at the time, and I'm just looking at him taking that weight off the rack and wondering, why is his mind still there? This is probably weight that he did as an athlete, definitely when he was young, but in his mind, he just felt, I can still do this. But it was a little bit awkward and it was a little bit scary. And I think he did succeed, but in my mind, it was like, but where does this go from here? You don't want to keep putting your body under that kind of stress because we might think, as we age, that might be healthy, but the body does, you know, decline. I mean, you do get weaker, your joints get, um, a little bit more limited. So you have to be careful and not trying to uh, try to hit this world record or do what you did when you were younger, even though you might can still do it. And also, you don't want to compete with others. The goal here is just to maintain your health, your mobility, and your independence. Okay, so that's where we start with breaking down these barriers to get you to the next step. And so right there, the next step I'll take you to is tailoring fitness to your life. So, how do we tailor fitness to our lives after the age of 50? Well, it's again going back to that story that that man lifting that heavy weight is about understanding that our body, what our bodies can do, and then respecting our limits. And then not pushing yourself too hard, but being the adequate amount of push. You don't want to be soft either. You don't want to not really do anything. Walking is good, but walking can only go so far. If you're going to get stronger, you need to lift weights. You don't need to lift extremely heavy weights, even though you might can. But remember, knowing your limits, and you don't want to be injured. And probably besides just thinking about your limits, the one thing that it's hard for us to do in anything in life, and most things in life, is be consistent. I remember someone telling me about certain eating healthy foods. And even before they started the program, before they started the eating, they immediately put this barrier, this blockage in front of them and said, but I like variety. Well, wait a minute. Let's just get started and see if we can build variety in there. You put this limiting thought that I can't keep doing this. You're going to be inconsistent because you want variety. You know, we've done a lot. We've done a lot in learning recipes and how to cook things in various ways. So there can be variety in healthy living and healthy eating. But when you think about integrating fitness into your life, do things incrementally and something that's sustainable. You can, like I say, start with walking. You can go to swimming. Um, and the strength training can start right at home. And I'm developing a program. In fact, I call this program. This is the first time I'm gonna announce this program, and eventually I'll get it out there. I've been talking about getting this program out, but it's been going through so many iterations that I just couldn't get it quite right in my own head to feel comfortable with sharing it. But I decided to call it the Better program. Better. Because there are four different styles of exercise in there for the BETT. First, I was going to call it the BET program. Okay, like bet you can do this, bet it can be good for you. So BETT. So the B stands for basic, which is what you all should learn how to do. It's like building your foundation. It's going to be basic exercises. And then the E adds a little twist to it because it's still the basic exercises, but you're going to do EMOMs with it. EMOMs are a set of 3 to 5 minutes, even more, of a exercise routine consistently goes around each minute. It's every minute on the minute. That's what it means. Every minute on the minute. So if you did 5 minutes of, let's say, a shoulder exercise where you did the presses, the lateral raises, and the front raise, you would do maybe 5 reps of each of those and rest before the minute is up. Once the minute starts again at the top of the minute, you will begin the exercise again. Now, after 3 to 5 minutes of that, your shoulders will feel like you've been through a workout, a really good workout, but it's fun and it's you can do so much with it. Then I had the T, which stands for time under tension. And this is where when you do a rep, when you're doing like 10 reps, you would do, let's say 12 reps. You would do three of them at a fast, normal pace. and then you would do 3 at a slower pace, followed again by 3 at a faster pace, followed by that with 3 at a slower pace. Once you get through one set of those, you feel like you really had a nice, strong workout. And that's just from one set of that particular exercise. You really feel the muscles engage. And then the last T is Tabata. Now, Tabata comes from a workout of the day. The CrossFitters came up with this, and it's a 20 seconds of work. You do the exercise 20 seconds and rest for 10. And you can go anywhere from 5 to 7 rounds. I think it's 8 rounds. I think it's 8 rounds is a normal. So 5 to 8 rounds. And it depends on your fitness level. But this whole program is going to be autonomous, meaning you might see the B, the E, the T, and today you might not want to do that last T. You might not want to do Tabata, but you have the choice to go back and do a basic one. Or you might say, today I have to have a quick workout. I'm going to go in and do the EMOM. So that's the choices you would have in this better program. But I just gave you the BETT. What is the E and the R? Well, the E is the eating. The eating is not like some strict nutritional program that you would follow. I got to eat this way, that way. It's just basic elimination of certain things that could be causing you to be in this predicament, your fitness level. So with certain things I've tweaked in my eating, just my eating, and I still eat the things I love, but I did some tweaks that I know can help you. And they're really simple. And the last one, the R, is rest, relax, and recovery. That's all that R is. Getting your sleep. There are techniques you can do to get your sleep. So I just want to throw that in. That's like a small plug for this program. I'm trying to get out there very soon. And I'm looking for, if you're listening to this, I'm looking for 10 adults that's willing to try this. And I just really want to I'm gonna wait. I do want 10 people to start this off with. I'll take 5, but I'm looking for 10. But I really want somebody to test this program out, and it's going to be at a great, great price. And I'll get into that later. I've just put myself out there to get this program done. It's going to be done this year, 2024, before June. Okay, it'll be done before June. So that's what I just wanted to bring up about tailoring fitness to your life, and that's what the better program would do. The next point is navigating physical challenges. So, physical limitations are something that many of us have. That's the roadblock in our fitness journey. And I'll give you an example of a physical limitation. I suffer from low back, easily easy low back limitations, or I throw my back out. Let's put it in layman's terms. I easily throw my back out, and I might just turn a certain way, and my back just goes. Now, I blame that from the years of competitive bodybuilding, the type of exercises I've done, something I wouldn't put you through, of course, because it's not something that should be done at really at any age. There are bodybuilders who are crippled because of that. And they all did it just to look good on the stage. And they weren't real, they didn't realize at the time that it wasn't just their muscles they were working or exerting stress to, but it was also their connective tissue, their tendons and ligaments, and then the joints do wear out. So I know somewhere down the line with my extensive training program, my extensive exercise routines for bodybuilding competition, which is something I wouldn't push on anyone, but just being that athlete, I'm suffering the consequences from that. So that's a roadblock. So there are certain exercises I refuse to do and I shouldn't do. And if I do them, I know in the long run, it's going to be contraindicating. It's going to be some type of injury or limited movement to my lower back. So, but just remember, that's just a detour to staying active. I can still stay active. There are other things you might be limited with. You might have arthritis, you might have osteoporosis. there are workouts just for that. It requires talking to your personal trainer so that he or she understands what your needs are and what your limitations are. Let's say, for example, like with arthritis, you can do water aerobics. Did you know that? Water aerobics they lighten your body in a sense where it takes stress and pressure off the joints. Um, you can work on balance exercises, something that requires light weight. And let me tell you, that the Tabata and the time under tension exercises requires just light weight. They work fantastic with light resistance training. So I didn't want to stay too long on all of this information for you. I wanted to get this quick um, um, podcast out to you, Beyond the Workout podcast out to you today. And there's one more thing I wanted to talk about here, and it's the mind body connection. Ladies and gentlemen, men and women, those of you who enjoy this podcasting and getting much from it, beyond the physical benefits, staying active enriches our mental and emotional well-being. And let me tell you something, I can attest to this because exercise isn't just about the body. It's a powerful tool for clearing the mind, boosting your mood, and even forming new connections. But let's talk about um, that clearing the mind and boosting your mood. And just recently, I said I have to get back into doing my cardio. I slacked off my cardio a little bit because cardio means it works those muscles that are cardiovascular driven, your heart, your lungs, that part that keeps you functioning pretty much with your breath work and all of that. Um, I knew I needed to get that dialed in because it was part of aiding me in burning excess fat. And I can explain that to those who might not have an understanding, but I'd rather sit down and chat with you about that. That could be a whole different podcast because a lot of people say, "Oh, don't do cardio to burn fat," but there's a way to do it. But I got up and I decided to get up, and get on a bike. I have an exercise bike here that I put the trainer, and I said I want to do I think it was 15-minute duration. And I wasn't 100% in the mood. I do a morning routine where I prepare myself for the day, and I've talked to you about it before. It starts with meditation, then affirmation, then visualization, and then exercise, and then reading, and then journaling or scribing. So the exercise part came up, and I was like, wow, I really don't. I said, oh, you know what? I'm going to get in there and I'm just going to get on the bike. I'm going to set it for 15 minutes. And unbelievable how I felt afterwards. I mean, I just felt like, wow, I mean, I gotta do this again tomorrow. I mean, or I felt like I can go again for another 15 minutes. That boost in my mental energy was fantastic. So look at exercise that way. You get in there and let's say if I set you up a program and you for 6 days, you do 5-minute EMOMs each day and they target all of the basic exercise, the basic body parts. And you did it just for 5 minutes a day with weight training, and they just hit with the right amount of intensity. Imagine what your mentality would be like. Imagine what your mood would be like throughout that day for that day if you hit it in the morning. Fantastic. So look at exercise beyond just bulky physical look. No, think about your mind. And I mentioned in here about it can help forming new connections. I would strongly encourage you if I get put you on this better program, go into a gym. And I've spoken of this before on another show. If you have a gym membership, go into the gym. Go ahead in there and, there are people you can relate to, you can train with. You might just find a workout partner and you just tell them about the better program and tell them what I'm showing you. And then let them partner with you. See how they do. But don't share the eating part with them because everybody is individually different. But like I said, we'll get into that later. So you can go beyond just the gym. You can join walking groups. There are senior sports you can do if you're like in a community of seniors. You can just grab a friend and say, "Hey, I want to go for a walk each and every day, or each every other day, and I want you to join me." And that just brings this connection beyond just lifting weights and doing it all alone. So remember, from all of this, it's never too late to start, and you're not on this journey alone. So as we wrap up today's episode of Beyond the Workout, I want to leave you with this thought about fitness after 50 isn't about reclaiming your youth. You don't want to go back. Like I told you in that story with the guy lifting that heavy, heavy weight. Don't go backwards. Look ahead. Think about it's about embracing your age with strength, grace, and vitality. Isn't that nice? Well, that's it. I'm Coach E, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. And join me next time as we can continue to explore the vast world of health and wellness beyond the workout, as this show is focused on. So, stay active, stay engaged, and above all, stay inspired. Until next time, this is Coach E signing out. Take care. Thanks for listening to Beyond the Workout podcast. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please be sure to check me out at ericdunston.com and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Physique Improvements. Take care, everyone.